So my name is Melissa Buchan. I am a new fertility advisor and board certified health coach and part of the 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗹 development team. And with me is Dr. 𝗕𝗶𝗿𝗀.
Hi, my name is Dr. 𝗕𝗶𝗿𝗀𝗲. I'm a family physician from Dublin, Ireland, and I've specialized in fertility treatment for about 25 years. And I'm a co-developer of the 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗹 app.
And we are here to tell you about the benefits of the 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗹 app. So 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗹 isn't a method, rather it's an intuitive tool that can be used across methodologies for seamless digital charting. 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗹 is available in the Google Play as well as the App Store, and it comes with a 45-day free trial. If you like it, you can chart straight from your phone for a low fee of less than $15 a year. At 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗹, we pride ourselves in data security. At a time when there's a plethora of menstrual cycle charting apps on the market, we distinguish ourselves by ensuring your data is secure. 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗹 never sells or phishes your data, and we are an ad-free platform. 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗹 also follows a medical management model for menstrual cycle charting. So if you are seeking treatment from a doctor who takes a restorative approach to reproductive health issues, 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗹 records the data that your doctor is looking for. You can easily generate printable copies of your chart, or for real convenience, you can share your digital chart with your fertility awareness instructor or your doctor. So Dr. Boyle, you use this tool in your own practice, and I would like to hear from you about the benefit of using the 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗹 portal in your practice, as well as how other like-minded medical professionals might incorporate it into their own practice.
So I spent 20 years working with the Creighton model fertility care system to begin with, and then we developed the 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗹 app beyond that, and our foundation is looking at cervical mucus, and then we build around that where we've added the benefits of basal body temperature recording or urinary hormone assessment in addition to the basics of mucus. But the beauty of this is we pull it all together in one app in one place, and we integrate the temperature, the urinary assessment and the mucus, and we've got a triple check to boost confidence that we really know where the woman is ovulating. So we've got a triple check, and the advantage of this is the guys can download a copy of the app on their mobile device, and they can enter some of the data as well as the women, and between them they build up a profile of their combined fertility cycle. When it comes to the portal that I interface with as a doctor, with a very quick few clicks, couples can share their app data with me instantly. So before, I struggled with the images and photocopies and trying to see it, and I couldn't see it clearly, and it was out of date. Now they share it with me in real time. So a few quick clicks through the portal, I can find their app in seconds. They've got a question about some aspect of their fertility cycle. I look at it and I can answer quickly. So that's been liberating for me, because I was stuck on paper for years, but with the real-time connection to, literally, I have 600 active charts in my practice at the moment, and I can see them so quickly. So that part, from a physician point of view, I find especially useful.
Yeah, and some other cool benefits of the portal, especially for somebody like me who's a fertility awareness coach, is the secure messaging. So for me, when I'm working with a client, helping them prepare their chart for their physician, or just working on charting habits and good habit building, we have the ability to message. So they don't have to send an image of their chart to me. They just simply send a message, and right in front of me, I have their chart, I have their intake form, and I'm able to do a thorough assessment and get back to them in a rather quick manner, which is wonderful. We also have the journal and session section of the portal. So for me as an advisor, and for you as a physician, we each have our own unique features that we can utilize to make sure that we're capturing session notes or appointment notes, and then sharing information with our patients and clients. So it really does provide a smooth and seamless interaction between the fertility awareness professional, as well as the woman and the couple who are charting their cycles for fertility evaluation, family planning, or women's health. And that's kind of the next thing I'd like to kind of get your feedback on is really the versatility, and that we have 3 different pathways. And depending on your pathway, you also have your scale of intention. So I'd love you to talk a little bit about that.
Right. So the 3 pathways: women's health, family planning, or fertility treatment. So couples decide, well, this is the bracket we're in. And then from my experience, I have found that not everybody who's using it for family planning and spacing their children has the same degree of intensity or intention. And there's a time in your early in your reproductive life where you're what I describe as a relaxed avoider, where it's not the end of the world if you get pregnant, and it's okay and it's relaxed and easy. But you do reach a stage in your reproductive life where you kind of go, we really, really need to avoid having babies for a while. And then all of a sudden you find your confidence in your charting may be undermined to some degree. And that's where we're a multiple index method. So whereas at one point in your life, mucus was adequate, as time progresses, you'd say, I want to be absolutely sure. If you've got a temperature rise with the mucus change, and you can also measure urinary metabolites, you can have a triple check to be absolutely sure of avoiding a surprise pregnancy. So the negative with us is we haven't published our data yet, but we're standing on the shoulders of giants, and we're building on the work that they've already accomplished, so that we're confident when we do get to the point of publishing, which we intend to do, we're confident we're going to show we're very reliable for helping people to space children. Yeah, so that's a big thing, and the couple determine how many. It's a multiple index method. How many markers do they need to use? Is it just mucus? Will we add temperature? What about urinary assessment? And they can do that in conjunction in a virtual capacity with their fertility advisor. So while there's a lot they can do independently, we have the fertility advisors like you who can provide professional instruction to guide them when they're concerned about their chart.
I think that's such an important point that you make, is the flexibility of using this tool. So you can really use it according to your pathway as well as your intention. And as you mentioned, early on in your family planning journey, especially maybe if you're in your early 20s, cervical mucus may be all that you need. But as you get older, maybe your intention strengthens to an 8, a 9, or a 10. And it's usually around this time, say the late 30s, that your cervical mucus sign tends to diminish a little. It's not quite as reliable or as obvious as it was in your 20s. So using something like at-home urinary metabolites or a basal body temperature monitor can really help you grow in confidence. So you get to choose and pick depending on where you are in your journey of family planning. I think that's one of the neat things about this. It's not an all or nothing approach. It's let's meet you where you're at and find the best approach to charting that meets your need and your intention.
And the other point that's well worth mentioning is we can see problems with our app before they happen. So in the world of infertility and miscarriage, fertility isn't a problem till you've been trying for a year. Miscarriage isn't a problem till you've had 3. We can identify at-risk cycles and we can proactively intervene to balance the cycle before a couple experiences a year of infertility or repeated miscarriages. So that's a significant advanced development with cycle tracking, where we can intervene proactively to hopefully prevent a problem in the first place.
Yes, a well-charted cycle is a barometer of overall health. And so if you are working with a professional who knows how to interpret that data, you are, yes, on the front end of getting the help that you need. So if you are interested in learning more about 𝗙𝗵𝗃, I invite you to go to your app store of choice and download 𝗙𝗵𝗃, a 45-day free trial, and then a very low fee of just $15 a year to continue with secure cycle charting data. Dr. Boyle, is there anything else you would like to add to our conversation today?
Well, I think it's good for single women that are just starting their fertility cycles as well. So it's always there's so many young women who track their cycles, and a lot of the apps are not built in science. So they're built on a calendar rhythm and very little else. So for young single women who are just learning how to track their cycle, the science behind this, you can trust it. And it's very good for proactively managing endometriosis, polycystic ovaries, and premenstrual syndrome from a pure women's health point of view as well.
And I think one of the benefits of that, if you are a young woman or maybe a mother who is wanting your teenage girl to chart her cycle, under the pathway of women's health, there is the option to enable or disable the intercourse tracking. So a lot of the apps on the market, I say there are a lot of apps, they're not all created equally, but they actually will promote things that you may not be ready for your teenage girl to start exploring. And so with this, we are just very upfront with what we are providing. And again, you can enable or disable that intercourse tracking so that your young girl who is charting can just focus on the basics without worrying about what is to come later on in life should she discern that she get married and start a relationship. So I think that's kind of a good plug for 𝗏 as well, is that versatility depending on where you are in your life. From menarche to menopause, we can meet your cycle charting needs. Dr. Boyle, it's always great chatting with you, and we hope that you enjoy the 𝗏 app.
Thank you, Melissa.